Hi everybody, Kirk here with Space Pickle Designs, and today I have an unboxing of Softflex Company's Design Challenge Kit in Star Cross Lovers. Now you see the kind of colors that we're working with. I'm really hoping for like a dark, gothic-y Valentine's moment, so we'll see what we got. I also have this little package on the left here because they were running a little promotion where if you bought some things you got a free like companion bundle for this kit. So Softflex was kind enough to send me this kit, and these kits run for $34.99. They usually include everything you need to make a few pieces of jewelry right out of the box, just minus your tools, right? So they'll have some bead stringing wire, usually some ear wires, some crimp tubes, all that jazz. I like to take these on trips with me, just with my tools, and so I will save them sometimes if I know I'm going on a trip, and kind of like open them while I'm away, and it's like just a little fun thing to do. So the next kit, which will be on when you see this video, is called Double Rainbow, and it will be available for purchase right now as of the time that you're seeing this video. And so I'm super excited to pick that one up too, because I love rainbow. We just did a rainbow project yesterday, so I'm so super excited. Anyway, let me stop yapping at you. I will link these kits down in the description box below. So thank you, Softflex, for sending this over our way, and let's get to playing. So this is really cool. This is sort of what I was hoping for. There are some curveballs in here, so I'm excited to take a closer look, and let's get started. The first item is this giant spool of Pro Econoflex Gold Color 0.019 beading, medium beading wire. And if you can see here, if you look down here, they are the same diameter. You actually get 5 more feet on this spool. This one has 49 strands, and they both are a test up to 26 pounds. So I am excited to test this out. I don't have any of this to my knowledge, I don't think. And yeah, this is a very like brassy gold color here, and so I just don't have this color in my stash, so I'm so happy to have that now. That's really cool. See what I mean? Like, they give you like this whole spool. It's great. Next up are the Softflex 2x2 Sterling Black Oxidized Crimp Tubes, and at one point in my life I will do a desk tour, but one thing I do keep right within arm's reach all the time are my Softflex crimp tubes, and I have them out by color. So I already have some here. I'm gonna go ahead and incorporate these because I only really use Softflex crimp tubes. There's very rare occasions where I'll have to use a different brand, but I prefer to use the Softflex. And so yeah, here's my little collection of the Sterling oxidized color, and I'm so glad to have those for my stash. Next, we have 2 pair of gunmetal plated ear wires with ball. Again, I really love their ear wires. I buy them in bulk most of the time when I'm running low. And so if you can see here, I'll bring out some of my ear wires. And so right here, see what I mean? This is where this exact thing would go. I do buy them in bulk. I love the colors that they have. This is their silver one over here. And so as you can see, when I buy silver, they're one of the only ones that are just like this bright true silver color, and so I really like that for that. A lot of times you'll get that stainless color in the silver, which is great. It's fine too, but there are times where you want that bright silver, and that's what you get. And so I will go ahead and put these in my stash because I like to be organized. I know I'm chaotic, okay, but I do like to be organized. And so just remember, we get 2 pairs of those. Next, we get a 12mm gunmetal plated lobster claw clasp. It's always great to have these. This size is a pretty universal size that'll work well on a bracelet or a necklace. And yeah, love that. So I had to zoom in a little bit. These are pretty unique. These are a 3x5mm check gloss half hematite pinch bead. And so having them only half hematite, basically half jet, right? So it's probably all jet bead with a hematite coating on one side, or half coated, right? It gives it just a little bit more sparkle without going that crystal route, and that's just really, really cool. I don't have anything like this in my stash. All my pinch beads are typically that just a one solid color. Oh my gosh, look at these little cuties. Look, this is a teeny tiny ceramic gold crown bead. And yes, they are teeny tiny. They are gold. They are ceramic. And they're so cute. Okay, we got a Romeo and Juliet. We got our king and queen. We got our queen and queen, king and king, whatever. Right? I love these so much. I don't even know, like, what am I going to do with these? This is going to be a challenge for me because, like, I'm going to want to put them in my, like, focals bead mix and just not use them because they're just so cute. But we, again, the mantra this year, use the good beads, okay? So you have to hold me accountable in the comments. Be like, Kirk, you said you were going to use the good beads. You have not used the good beads yet. I'm waiting for you to use those good beads. Next are these so cute small Peruvian ceramic red heart beads. You get 4 of them. They have a decent size hole there, and they are lovely. They're delicious. They look like candy. Please let me not eat these. Maybe I'll just try them out just a little bit. Like it looks like it's candy, right? Like, you know, Valentine's Day coming up, you know, there's lots of candy going around. Are you gonna get candy? What's your favorite Valentine's candy? Because I hate to say it, but mine are sweethearts. I love those little like conversation hearts. I love the chalkiness. I love it. I think they taste great. I think the texture is great. And I can only get them one time a year, so it makes it even more special. All right, now we have an antique brass plated S hook and ring 13 by 8 millimeter. And so we are mixing metals with antique brass and gunmetal. That is a combination you don't see too often. So yeah, we're definitely going to challenge ourselves this month, you know, being comfortable with mixing that warm and that cool tone. But this is lovely. Like I love what this looks like. And so there is one side that's finished. The other side is a little bit more flat. And yeah, this is probably better for a bracelet just because it'd probably be easier to get on. But with the weight of a necklace, it would work as well. Again with our antique brass, so we have a plated multi-strand connector, 9 by 13.4 millimeter. That is very precise. And so yes, look at this. We have our little textured part on the top. The back is just all texture, so there definitely is a front and a back, and this just screams bracelet to me. Should we try to bead weave? Well, it depends on what beads we get throughout here, but we could try to bead weave. And then just have these as the little connector points, and then maybe put our little hook and eye, you know what I'm saying? There's lots of possibilities here. We could also use this for earrings. So this could be a perfect component for earrings since we have 2 of those. All right, so we have a check glass black large hole and clear fire polish beads. This looks to be a 3 millimeter fire polish inside, and that's just a clear. So girl, we get a 2-in-1. Yes, okay, we get a 2-in-1. And now that we have these like larger hole beads, this has a larger hole, these have larger holes, like it's kind of screaming like we need to do either like a knotted kind of situation or leather maybe. You know, I'm getting the wheels turning right now. What do you think you would use with large hole beads? Are you a fan of large hole beads? I used to be like absolutely freaking not. I remember going to a bead store and they had one whole like wall that was just large hole beads, and I was like, why would you ever? I was like judgy. I was like, why would you ever need a large hole for a bead? But keep in mind, I came from the bead weaving world where, you know, we don't really use large hole beads. And so I was just like, that just doesn't make sense. Like it just wasn't, the math wasn't mathin'. But now, you know, I've become more educated. I've grown in my journey. And I'm like, okay, duh, you're stupid. Like you can use leather and like so many other cool like techniques with large hole beads, and so I am so excited to use these. It's a very versatile bead. I mean, a black rondelle or a black kind of like pony bead, that's just, you know, it's just so versatile. Like even if you don't use it this month in your design challenge kit, you can just carry it over and put it in your stash, and it's just going to be one of those beads that it's like a workhorse essentially. All right, so we have ceramic beads with stars, mixed colors and shapes. And so I have 2 of these purple guys, 2 of these like reddish pink guys. We have 1 round bead, and then we have a tube bead, and they all have large holes. So what is the theme this month? I mean, we have to bring out some leather. That's what I'm feeling. I'm hoping I have black or silver or gunmetal leather, but I guess we could bring in some brass colors as well. And so this is kind of one of the ones that kind of threw me off when I saw that it was incorporated into the kit. I was expecting these colors, like the reds and the blacks and all that. I wasn't expecting these type of soft ceramic beads with the star motif, like very, very what the theme is, right? Stars, right? And so I love that. I do love that Softflex always tries to incorporate a challenge, as it says, like design challenge, right? And so let's see what we can make with these pretty guys. We have to do them justice, though. We can't just put them on anything. So this item here is a natural brass artisan star, and these are really, really cool. I am unsure like if this patinas in a certain type of way other than just getting darker, but as you can see, the natural brass is a little different from that like man-made like antiqued brass. It's just much darker and even. There's less of that golden tone to it, especially in these little stars here. And so they're just super cute though. Again, we get our star theme coming through. All right, so we have a bunch of these like half AB matte red fire polish beads, and these are like a 3mm. They're not a true 2, they're probably a 3. And what is strange is that I'm not seeing it on the list here. So do a sanity check for me. Make sure I'm not missing it, but I don't see it. The only thing I see in fire polish is these clear ones, not the red ones. But hey, I mean, a little bit of Czech glass fire polish sprinkles never hurt anybody, right? And so these are that beautiful color that we were kind of hoping and expecting in a star-crossed lovers kit that had this color ribbon on it, which by the way is a beautiful ribbon. We could use this with these beads here. Let's see, because the holes are so large that I'm sure we could probably find a way to use these on this cord itself. And there we have it. It took a little bit of effort, but I think if we connect like a little needle on the end there, just sacrifice a little bit of the cording to the needle, we could definitely do something like this, especially if we wanted to do some earrings or something like that. That would be so super cute. I'm having ideas, y'all. I know it's rare, but it's happening. Next, we have a Jesse James bead mix in Star-Crossed Lovers, and so we have some kind of unique looking beads in here. So let's go ahead and open it and see what we have. All right, so we got quite a little bead mix here going on. We have some larger whole beads here in a checkerboard pattern, and they almost look like a deep eggplant color. And honestly, we could probably add eggplant to this mix, like this whole box, and that would probably be pretty cool. We have 2 of these really lightweight rose beads, and I'm happy to see that these are intact. I did get one mix one time that had 2 roses and like one was unusable, so I'm so happy to see that I can use both of those. All right, we have some opaque red faceted disco ball beads. Look at these cuties. And then, oh my god, okay, so tell me if you're seeing the same thing. It's giving sea urchin, which I'm not upset with, but it really is giving sea urchin, like golden sea urchin. I love that. Those are definitely statement beads, of course. These really stood out to me just of how shiny they are. And we get 4 of those like shiny hearts. I have so many of these crystals in my own personal stash. I just like the barrel type. And they are just so shiny. So we get those in jet. We get some like crystal shimmer cubes in that white, pretty white color. We have 2 of these beautiful little hearts. We've got some just light cyan rondelles. We've got some barrel beads in 2 colors, and this is probably like a true cyan color with the dark like garnet color, and we get more of the garnet than we do the cyan. All right, and then we get 4 of those black rondelles in the same size as the light cyan, and then we get some rose metal beads here. I haven't seen these in Jesse James bead mixes before. Maybe I'm just not remembering. We also have 2 crowns with huge holes. So essentially we could use it as a bead cap. I mean, like, look how cute that would be on this little checkerboard bead. That would be so cute. Lots of possibilities there. And then again, we have some really cool bead caps. This is in a design I don't see very often. And so to have all of these, to incorporate that antique brass and the blacks, you know, it is just a little bit of a fresh take on this theme. Because, I mean, even for me, I'm in my designing infancy, so to speak. I do design bead mixes, and some of these things I would not have thought to put together, but I think they look really nice together. So definitely learning as we go. What do you think about this bead mix? Let me know down in the comments. All right, so I had to add the the tie, the velvet tie around these beads because I just felt inspired. I think we have to use it. I mean, it's just so pretty that we have to. But also don't forget that we do have this full spool of Pro Econoflex, as well as our crimp beads that we had already put into our stash. And so yeah, this is what we get from the base kit, and I'm excited to see what we get in addition here for that little free gift, that promo that they did about a month ago. Next up, I'm going to open this cool free gift that we got. And full disclosure, I did open it on camera, but I kind of forgot exactly what was in here. But I remember that it was amazing, so. Just FYI, all of this paper I do keep. The star paper, keeping. That confetti paper, keeping. I try to use and reuse where I can. And I hope you're okay with that. And, oh, okay, it's coming back to me. It's coming back to me. I've been swimming in beads, so it's just been a long ride. But are you seeing? Keep in mind, this was a free gift, and not me as in Space Pickle Design, like not the channel. Like this was a free gift that you can get with purchase of a certain threshold, right? And so I went and stocked up on some beading wire. I need some heavy, and so I got this as an extra. Like they always run these really cool promotions. Like it's just, I love Softflex, you know. All right, so our first little thing here, we got our deep red kind of bugle beads here. We have a whole strand of those. Last month in the All That Glitters kit, we got either gold or the like bright yellow color. And so seeing these in this really beautiful red tone, I can't wait to use these with our box. So I am gonna cheat a little bit. If we do bracelet blitz or earring blitz, I am gonna incorporate these into the mix because I just feel like having that little extra oomph to the designs. Now this looks like a tiara cast, if I'm remembering correctly, a component, and we get 2 of those. And then we have 2 little like antique gold, kind of brassish looking crosses here. And then we have these beautiful mother of pearl focal coins. And are we seeing the color flash on these? That is insane. We have a giant. I wish I could really tell you the size of this. I don't have my calipers nearby. I actually don't know what happened to them, but this is like about an inch, inch wide, and this does have a hole through it, so you can string this up. You can use essential oils on this guy. This looks like a lava bead. It's just in a large form, which is insane. That's really, really cool. We also have a bunch of these check melons in an 8 or 9. This might be a 10. Might be a 10. I can't trust myself when it comes to measuring at the moment. My brain is so fried from this morning. So these look to be a black. Yep, it's opaque. And we get those. And we get these like blood red check drops. Check drops are one of my favorite things to work with because they transcend bead weaving into bead stringing, and they are just overall such a punch when it comes to design in such a small form. And I have so many check drops, it's insane. But I honestly don't know if I have this color, which is kind of just strange. It's just how it is meant to be, I guess, because it seems like Softflex finds really, really cool, even if it's in a familiar shape, they come up with like the cool finishes, the colors, and so I'm just happy as a clam. And so here is our component so far, and then we have to show this large 10 to 12 millimeter rondelle with that beautiful red color and the Picasso finish. And so we get quite a few, and look at this. This was free. This wild, you know? And so I'm definitely gonna put it into my organizer. And so yeah, I'll just have to use this month as more of an inspiration as opposed to like actual tutorials you can make if you only have the design kit, because I just really want to use these beads. And it may be that I use these beads on its own tutorial. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll use these in its own tutorial, and then I'll use the box in its own tutorial as well. But after seeing everything in this collection, so let me zoom you out a little bit. I don't organize my beads very much on camera, especially not in these little organizers here, because that's Becky Foster's thing, right? But girl, I watch every single one of her, I watch every single one of her organizing videos, and it's like, man, would I have put that there? I would have put it here. It's just really, really fun. So I encourage you to watch her organization and all that. And so this is kind of, I just show you, like, I've already done this for this. And maybe I'll just kind of keep these separate so that we can kind of make sure that they're different. But looking at this color palette, looking at the beads that we got, what are you most wanting to see? Are you wanting to see me play with this like velvet ribbon? Is it the pinch beads? Is it the little crowns? Like, what is it? What spoke to you about this box? And I will try to make a project on camera for you guys soon, hopefully this weekend. So let me know down in the comments below. I hope you're staying safe and well, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.